Groovy.
Join us as the Beardy Beer Bro Show takes a deep dive into 5 of our favourite PSP hidden gems.
What a night. They say 2 heads are better than 1. Well, I've had more than a few on my shoulders today, and I can tell you, it ain't easy. I fought zombies, I rumbled with witch doctors, I even put on a scarecrow head to get out of a scrape, and I'm allergic to straw. Why all the heads? Well, see, the bastards took mine and left me for dead. But they were dead wrong. Now I'm gonna make them give it back.
Deadhead Fred is a 2007 darkly comic third-person action-adventure title that was developed by Vicious Cycle Software. The game is made up of a combination of platforming, combat, and puzzle solving. In the game, you play as Fred, a private investigator who has been brutally murdered and decapitated. Your headless corpse is soon recovered, your brain is stuck in a jar, and now you have the ability to swap your noggin with other severed heads with special abilities. If that isn't a winning recipe for a good time, then I don't know what is. The head swapping ability is the main hook of the gameplay. Each different head you use grants you wildly different powers that you must use to overcome obstacles and enemies that stand in your way. Using these different heads is a hilariously good time and keeps the gameplay always feeling fresh. But the main reason I'd recommend you pick this game up is its twisted script, characters, and world that all feel like they were ripped straight out of the demented mind of Tim Burton, mixing wacky over-the-top cartoon elements with some imaginatively freaky visuals, art, and animation. The combat in the game is basic, but the story and script will not only keep you laughing, they will keep you hooked throughout.
Payback's a bitch.
Mexico, drink a tequila. Zoo, in this traveler's paradise. The land of warm and friendly people. Who is this?
The guy who just can't seem to revenge his father.
Taking the stylized carnage of the Max Payne games and mixing it with Robert Rodriguez's pulpy Mexican movies gives us Chilli Con Carnage.
Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant?
I'm a Mexican.
A hyper-stylized, over-the-top third-person shooter where wacky fun, style, and skill are forefront. The game was released in 2007 and was brought to us by Deadline Games, a team most notably known for bringing us Total Overdose and Watchmen The End Is Nigh. The story is as silly as you would expect, with our lead Romero Cruz going on a killing spree after his father and some kittens are killed in a combine harvester accident. No, seriously, you heard that right.
Happy birthday, Dad. Ramiro, what's joy? I'm just about to crack this drug traficante's case. And then you come along and you bring me kittens.
The game truly is just bombastic fun at its finest and sees you building up combos in some ridiculously imaginative ways. You slow-mo dive, flip, and murder your way through a crazy cast of enemies in bright, colourful, and destructive locations. This all combines to make the game non-stop, super stylized, stupid fun. Chilli Con Carnage is one of those games that is perfectly suited for quick bursts of handheld goodness. Add the silly minigames and wacky story that complement the ridiculously entertaining shootouts, make this game an easy recommendation.
Like father, like son, huh? You people just can't keep your noses to yourself.
Say goodnight.
Crockett. This how they do business down in Colombia, Sangre Negra?
This is a dangerous business we are in.
A tie-in video game to the 2006 blockbuster movie of the same name probably shouldn't be quite as good as this game is. This 2006 third-person shooter was brought to us by Rebellion Entertainment, a clearly talented team that have given us a lot of gems, but also a lot of duds. But I think they really found their calling on the platform and released some truly awesome third-person titles, and Miami Vice is no exception. The game controls like the excellent Resident Evil 4, but also adds some well-implemented cover shooting. The controls elevate this game to a pretty high standard and make the varied missions and environments an absolute blast to gun your way through. The gameplay is mixed with some innovative features, like being rewarded with what you wear for each scenario and how much narcotics you deal, that all lead into your character's progression and stats. Portable tie-ins don't get much better than this. Brave Story is a 2006 role-playing game that was developed by Game Republic, a team that gave us great titles like Dragon Ball Origins and Margin and the Forsaken Kingdom. The game is loosely based on the popular manga of the same name, but deviates in a lot of ways. The first thing that will draw you into this title is its super self-aware story that sees your character far too engrossed in playing his PSP to realise what's going on around him. But hey, we've all been there, right? In this time, his friend goes missing and becomes extremely ill. Upon learning of this, our hero wishes for his friend to become better and is magically teleported into a strange world where he must retrieve 5 ancient gems that will allow him to restore his friend back to health. The characters and the world are goofy and charming, and the gameplay is your typical JRPG goodness. Turn-based combat, side quests, minigames, and exploration are all fully realised here, with the combat being ridiculously fun and a standout. In the game, you can combine characters' attacks to devastating effect, and it never gets old. Add on top the campy text that pops up when you hit an enemy, and I was just smiling throughout my time with this game. The music absolutely slaps too, and the game is gorgeous and is a true showcase for what the system can do. Gladiator Begins is a 2010 arena fighting game that is just a violently fun good time. The game has you battling your way through various gladiatorial enemies and scenarios that in turn, by completing, will unlock you tons of armor and weapons. It's one of the most addictive games you can pick up for the PSP. The whole package is entertainment done right. It's brutal, it's bloody, and the combat is meaty.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Upgrading and customizing your warrior is endlessly enjoyable, and the classic plot of trying to earn enough money to be rewarded your freedom is really nicely executed. The story even has multiple paths and endings, which adds an always welcome replayability factor. The game's simplicity is its biggest charm. Knocking off your opponent's helmet, then delivering the killing blow never gets old. I give this game a huge thumbs up.